Recording in progress.
Thank you. Hi. Are you there, Judy? Hello. I think Jaden will be a bit late. He told my colleagues that he will be late. So anyway, today is the first lesson of the month for May. A new topic. Okay, what is the topic? I think you'll like it lah. The topic is science and technology and the advance of the internet. Advance of internet. Yes. Okay, let's start now. So okay, so what is science and technologies? And this one we are talking about this topic, so I think it's quite related to your study of your subjects in science and technology. Which subjects do you like? Science, physics, chemistry, or bio? Back to you, Julie.
Physics,
Sorry, I can't hear you.
physics and bio.
Oh, you like physics and bio? You triple science, right? You don't like chemistry, Hey, but bro, chemistry is compulsory, right? I heard, right? Oh, you don't like the periodic table, right? Is it the periodic table? The AU, AI, don't know what, UC, copper, all these things, right? Correct?
So it's the new topic.
Huh?
The new topic.
I can't hear you. Sorry. It's a what topic?
The new topic.
New topic, No, chemistry got the periodic table, right? Yeah, but I think in the exam, they will give it to you, the periodic table, right? Last time I heard they don't have, like, you have to go and memorize every single one. But now it seems like much better, easier for you all to check through if you need the periodic table for some equations, right? That's what I heard. Right now, some equations, right? Okay. Oh, you like physics and biology, Oh, okay. Let's see how we can do about this for this month topics and how science and technologies are like hand in hand. Like last month, we did the language and language and literatures and the mass media, right? So today, this month is language. No, sorry, this one is we are talking about science and technology. So what is the definitions of science? The systematic study of the structures and the behavior of the physical and natural world through observations, experimentations, and the test of theories against the evidence obtained themselves. Okay, this was the latest by AI that caught from Google. And we have things like its knowledge of a system, covering general truth of the operation of general laws, especially as obtained and tested through scientific methods. Of course, visit the Newton law, right? Judy, right? The Newton law, right? Then got this thing like that. What you do? What is this? The diode. Remember using the finger? The physics got use the finger, right? Do you know that? Huh? You don't know lah. Got these fingers to do what? Turn left and right. Your current flow. Then you have to use the finger to do it. You haven't tested Okay. Maybe soon soon. Because now you're just Sec 3. I heard you all have this test. So knowledge of such a system, such knowledge or such a system knowledge concerned with the physical world and its phenomenon and natural science. So you say science can be covered for chemistry, physics, and bio, but at the same time, science can be that natural science that we cannot explain the science, the power of science. It's like a department of systemized knowledge as an object of study. Okay, the science of technology and something such as sport, it can be the sport science. Okay, that may be studied or learned like systematized knowledge. Systematized knowledge. Oh my goodness, I got some pronunciation problem here. Okay, a system or methods reconciling practical ends with science or scientific law. As you know, the Newton law, right? You study the Newton law, right? E equal to mc squared Newton law. What else? Then the bio also got their biology laws and formula, correct? Chemistry also got its law, all these things. Wow, so many laws to study. Okay, so of course, The system and method talk about scientific, sorry, cooking is both a science and art. Okay. Science and art. Why? Because you need the chemistry and the physics to know the amount of temperature, the way you cook, the utensils that you use. It's just like how they develop an oven, a cooker, a toaster, a refrigerator, an air cons, a vacuum cleaner, and all these, or a TV. These are all our daily necessity at homes that we use day to day. And how can we use it through science? And of course, like some air fryer. I'm not sure you have air fryer at home, Judy. Do you have an air fryer at home? So how this chemistry, so sometimes it's good to look at the instruction booklet to see how they come out. So because this might be help you in your physics as well. Okay. Sorry, I only like bio, I don't like physics and chemistry. Okay, sorry. So Christian Science, okay, is about the religions, the state of knowledge. Knowledge is a distinguished form of ignorance or misunderstanding. So sometimes science, religion science or Christian science, we're talking about the Bible and how the Bibles derive from certain explanations, or sometimes beyond explanations, because it's a religion. But why they call it science? Science, like, remember they are talking about the study of the logics, okay, and how it works on certain things that is possible. So why are we doing to know all these things? Because at the end of the day, you might go and write an essay and explain. Now, what is Albert Einstein talk about? What is science? Come, Junie, will you mind read to the class, please?
Science is the pursuit of application of knowledge and understanding of the natural and social world.
What's your mic? Your mic a bit distorting. Can't really hear you.
I can hear the echo.
Oh, you can hear the echo, huh? Yeah, you just your daddy bought this mic and camera from Taobao, right? Is it this one?
It's my inbuilt one.
Huh?
Like inbuilt from Twitter.
Mute from Twitter. I don't get you, sorry. This one is a new mic. Oh, you're typing something. Okay, hold on. Because I really can't. Inbuilt. Inbuilt from where? I thought you bought a separate external camera. No. Camera is external. Or microphone is internal. I thought camera got this microphone. No. You can use the camera. Some camera come with a microphone. Maybe you can explore it.
Mine don't have.
Yours don't have. Yours is purely camera only. Oh, I see. But because mine, I can use my laptop camera. My laptop camera is spoiled, but the microphone is working. But I use an external microphone and then external camera. But my external camera come with microphone, so I got 3 choice to choose under the Zoom. So maybe you can check it out. Okay, come. Science is the pursuit of, carry on. I do my best to listen to what you say now, because your internal mic is not very good. Let's go.
Science is the pursuit and application of knowledge and understanding of the natural and social world following a systematic methodology based on evidence. It's a set of techniques, methods, and laws that are used or were used to achieve knowledge. Although the science is a set of propositions ordered and logically related to form a coherent system, these propositions must be accurate, not just ideas without foundation.
Yeah. So why you need to know all this, even though it's not really by Albert Einstein, it's like a very generic explanations by all these scientists or the science associations or the world of science want to bring out this one. I think we know that from young we know science is logic, is there. You're gonna change, like the sun come from the east and then the solar system, all these are science, or photosynthesis, you name it, or the Newton law, all these things is being proven with evidence. But why we need to know? Because there are times they come out in a comprehension passage, they might talk about all these type of things. In a comprehension passage, you might talk about what is science. And then they might ask you to identify or summarize the importance of science. So this is like to give you ideas. Okay, so a few things that now so far for the past 15 minutes or 10 minutes. Science is all about three things: evidence, okay, facts, and the most important, research. Research is through research you find out the evidence and through research you find the evidence and also the knowledge. But of course, the evidence and of course the knowledge that must be genuine, real, and proven. So let's look at this one. So this is by Thomas Edison. Many of life failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they give up. So why I bring this statements, like for example, you can use this, even though sometimes we take for example, we don't talk about AI, Junie. We talk about discover of aeroplanes and discover of light bulbs. It's definitely needs science. A lot of things that is inside the science that we learn from the closed and open circuit, right? With this have in place that, you know, our dear friend have failed many times. He want to prove through the evidence, the knowledge, and of course through many research, finally it came out a light bulb. And this light bulb itself is like an idea. Always we use light bulb as an idea. Now, when this light bulb is light up, so they need a lot of things from a bulb, right? A bulb itself got this glass, tungsten, and then metal piece to connect. How on earth at that time, in few hundred years ago, how do we know that metal is a positive, that you need battery to generate electricity and light up the bulb? So this is it through pure luck, or it's just through a very series of knowledge and experience and experiments that helped Thomas Edison to find the real light bulb? And today, every household at night will need a light bulb to brighten up the nights. And so this is not just for science, but science gives life. You see, life to meanings. So you see, you don't just look at science as a subject that, oh, it's about logic, it's about rationale, it's about facts, it's about evidence, it's about this is how it works. There's no other things like language. You can twist and turn, you know, change the words, you know, to make sure that from negative to positive or positive to negative. But science, once you have the wrong concept, wrong idea, a wrong research, and wrong setup, you cannot get the right vaccine. Right, correct, Julie. And during the COVID, you see, they test out many type of vaccines until, you know, there's some, luckily with the latest science and technologies that we can get the COVID's vaccination fast and vaccines and the injections faster, and at least we can shorten the what do you call this quarantine. Yeah, 哇，很久没有听到这个字quarantine. Have you got COVID-19 before? So is it very tough? Yeah, your whole body not tough. You don't feel like very lethargic or what? Do you feel oh, I cannot take it. I think I got it twice. Is it twice? I can't remember. I think I got it twice. Was it twice? Oh, seriously, I can't remember. I know I got it once, definitely once. It was pretty bad. The second time was also not so bad, but it was, yeah, I think I got it twice. I lost count already. I have to go and check. Okay, so now let's look at this one here. Okay, now you see, that's why I asked you, see, look at this biochemistry, chemistry. You see, realize, now you understand, Junie, look at this chart. That's why you did see, Singapore government is so MOE, not government, MOE is so true that the chemistry is really in the center of the whole entire place. Okay, you see, chemistry got this one, chemistry, physics, biochemistry. Okay, biology need chemistry, right? All right, definitely, right? The liquids, all these things, and then medicine confirm need chemistry, because we need to develop certain drugs, correct? Then of course, why astronomy doesn't look? You see, all these are under science. But why this? You see, everything's are linked to chemistry. Do you realize that astronomy is not linked to chemistry? Geography is definitely linked to chemistry. You know why? Julie, you guess? Why is it geography, geology, or geography? Why is it linked to chemistry? Even in fact, it links to chemistry and biology and physics. Guess.
I'm not sure.
You know this word? No, wait, I'm gonna type. So I think Jaden will be a bit late or may not be coming, I'm not sure. You heard of this one? Is it true that gold, diamond, silver, copper are all signs? Correct now. Right? Do you know our handphone need gold? Right? So is it got to do with geography? So where does gold come from? Gold come from the natural resources, 对吗? There you are. So you see, so actually it's links to chemistry. So you realize all this. So sorry to say, since you the start of the lesson, you told me that you don't like chemistry, so no choice, bro. You have to embrace the chemistry. So if you are going to JC, Junior, if you are doing science, this one, even though you don't want to do chemistry in JC, and you want to do biophysics, there will still have some ingredients of chemistry inside, like it or not. Okay, so you have to, so far you pass your chemistry, right? Pass, okay. So take note, take note again. So you realize that this whole charge, entire charge are linked. Okay, so what is Uncle Raymond's explanations? The statements using emotion for motions to get your notion with actions. Okay, this is my using emotion for motions to get your notions with actions. What does it mean? It suggests a ways to leverage emotion to guide actions and achieve a desired outcome. It implies that understandings and using emotion can help translate a concept, that is your notion, into tangible actions. Wow. What it rhymes, right? Junie, it rhymes, correct now. It rhymes. What I meant here is when you are doing something, you need your emotions. You need the emotions. Do you agree that, Junie? Sometimes when you do things, it's like your emotional feelings. That's why they say got emotional damage. Correct. Why? You agree now? So now tell me the truth. Okay, wait, let me finish this. This can be, later you tell me, this can be done by, for example, using strong emotion to fuel motivations and focus, or by carefully considering the emotional impacts of different action path. So later we talk about all this here. Julie, wait, what I want to ask you. Oh, okay. What makes you that you love physics and bio so much that you think chemistry is so difficult to study? Back to you.
Chemistry is hard to study because like
You don't unmute, don't mute, unmute. Okay, just unmute it. It's okay, unmute it. You don't keep mute, unmute. I think like that you will spoil your microphone. Carry on.
I think chemistry is like harder because like chemistry must memorize a lot of things like equations and all those.
Louder a bit. It's not your mic. It's your voice. I can't hear you. Is your mic okay now? A bit louder.
Chemistry is like much harder because there's a lot of equations to memorize and the reactions.
And surprisingly, you are the very few students. I don't teach science. I taught science that was donkey years ago in Sec 1, Sec 2. You are the very few students who dislike, I don't say hate, I don't use the word hate, are not strong in chemistry. Most of the students they will say physics are the subject that they are not the strongest, worst subject. But why you like physics? Because you put in your emotion to it, right? Your passion and motivation, and then make it into work. You feel that physics are very fun to learn. Is it true?
I think physics is like common sense, like
Oh, I agree. It's true.
Just apply the formula and so
I like the way you say common sense. So it's through your emotion, you know it. But since you say common sense, bro, you say common sense. How come I got so many students, most of them all feel physics. Then I asked my friend who are physics expert, he's a top physics teachers and tutor. He said physics is like what you say, it's common sense, his formula is there, what? Correct? The Newton law, you know, what velocity of this speed, speed over velocity, that kind of thing, right? It speaks what? You just memorize the formula and then you know where to remember the ICE-REC. You imply, supply, apply, reply, and rely and comply, right? 对吗？就可以了吗？为什么这么难呢？ Then bio 呢 ？bio 是死了，对不对？对吗？ Digestive 就是 digestive， 对吗？ Circulatory 就是 circulatory。你不可能讲 digestive got to do with heart，对不对？是 stomach 嘛，对吗？Then respiratory 就是 do with lung，对不对？对吗？Then circulatory got to do with heart，对吗？他们有一个 main character main subject 嘛。So it's true that you know learn through this, but why chemistry 不可以呢？Because you say hi, because you just think formula what? What's so difficult about chemistry? I don't know. I don't teach chemistry. So next time, what happens if your son and daughter ask you, Daddy, please help me in your chemistry, help my chemistry? 死了怎么办？ How are you going to help?
I will just
You cannot neglect them, correct now? Their exam is coming, and let's say your wife don't take science. Your wife maybe take like me, humanities subjects. Then how? And then you also don't have tuition teacher, or you have tuition teacher, but the tuition teacher had taught, then he or she might forget and want you to enforce the learning. So how you sell this emotion to them, to have the notion emotion, and then later you say, oh, 原来是这样的 ，Daddy，那个 chemistry 这么容易啊，哎呀 ，then you take into actions, correct? How are you going to help them?
I'm gonna use ChatGPT.
Okay, yes. So this is why besides ChatGPT, maybe after that generation 可能 ChatGPT AI 也是好像没有用了。I don't think it will be very useful. I don't know because the things in technology this is the month that we're going to talk about this one ChatGPT and AI. It's moving so fast. I won't be surprised, Junie. Next year your O level might one of the topics talk about this. It's a very super hot cake and hot topic. Okay, for me I mean, my children don't ask me chemistry please. Okay, next time my grandson or my granddaughter ask me if I do have any grandson or granddaughter, and if I'm still alive to tell them, I will tell them, look, chemistry is got to do with experiment, 对吗? Right. So sometimes you say it's just like why you and your wife got married because you guys got a chemistry reaction, right? Like the kind then you get get married. So I will tell my grandchildren, chemistry is an equation that you need to find a formulas. And if you test out this research and through that lab, that you cannot get the answer, then the answer will not be there. So the next question they will ask, then how, grandpa, can this work or not? This is how I will tell them, why don't you look at YouTube? Why don't you look at the things that, for example, these questions, think like you are a scientist. Involve it. You might feel the first time, but the second time, third time might be slowly improved. You see, math and science is fixed on, correct now? You first time, second time, you don't know, but the third time you know. But you see, when you write an essay for English and Chinese language, you can practice 10 times. You might not get the correct essay, the feel of it. You see. So when you write in an essay or comprehension passage, you need your emotions. So that's why Uncle Raymond came out with this one. You need your emotions for the motion. The motion, okay, let's talk about this. Okay, I read the first one, you read the second one, okay? Now, emotion has a driver. Emotion can act as a powerful motivators, right? It's like people sell the product, not sell by marketing of the branding. They sell by emotions, right? A lot of marketing sell by emotions, influencing our decision and behaviors. For example, or for instance, feelings excited or motivated can lead to or motivates that can lead to taking into more initiative, while feeling as anxious might triggers us to avoid certain actions. So, dear Sir Junie, why you don't like chemistry? Because you don't have the emotional feelings. You don't have the motivators inside chemistry. Therefore, you're not motivated to learn. And then you don't trigger it because there's a fear injected inside in your chemistry, your blood. But why you have strong emotions in your physics and chemistry, bio? Because you're motivated to know, oh, this is logic, this is common sense, this is a formula. But chemistry also got formula. Everything that you study got formula, to be honest. Language also got formula. It's like Junyi is a boy. This is one of the formula, right? Junyi was a boy, but now he is a man. So this is a formula. It is called the grammar rules. Okay, so but then why I'm talking about this one, the science and technology, because this topic is so powerful that sometimes you can transform the entire world. You're right, ChatGPT and AI has been like tsunami. Everyone are using ChatGPT and AI to write essay. But you realize that when the teacher read the essay, they will know that this is a ChatGPT because it's too perfect already. You agree, not Judy? For a student to write too perfect essay out of the blue, last time this student had been failing or so, then suddenly you write so perfect, it can't tell. They know that, oh, this one is bluff or this one is 假的 from ChatGPT. But if you're doing chemistry or physics or bio or math or E-maths or A-maths, you know, the student last month can feel very badly, but the next following 3 months, he scored A1. Possible, you know why, Junie? Because he put in a lot of emotion. He want to learn. Because it's fixed one. You don't tell me 1 + 1 is 2. 3 months later, 1 + 1 is 10. All right. Okay, let's go to the next one. The next 3 you read. Notion as a goal.
Notion as a goal. Notion here refers to an idea, concept, or understanding. It's what you are trying to achieve or bring to reality.
So for this notion, you know your chemistry. Let's talk about chemistry. You know that you cannot bring out this idea and concept because you're stuck there. Because you can't move because your emotion and tell you, no, oh my God, it's chemistry. No, die. I cannot do. Oh, that's it. I give up. You know, that kind of things. So how are you going to move on to the next one? Carry on.
Motion as a process. Motion represents the actual process of taking action, implementing your movement. It's a physical or mental movement towards your goal.
等一下啊，我看谁在跟我讲。Oh, Jaden is replying to me. Wait, I reply to him first. I don't want him to rush. Okay, so you see, it's a representing of taking actions, implementing to your goal, to your idea. So it's a physical or mental movement. So if you cannot carry on your chemistry, it's because you want to know, you want to do it. But your motion, your physical thing is like, yeah, should I do or not? Should I not do or not? You know, that kind of things. It feels like a bit out of place. It's not right. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Huh? Or it's just like, what should I do? Should I stay on? Should I not do? Should I give up? I think this chemistry is so tough that I think don't wanna, never mind. You know what? Studying pure chemistry and pure physics and pure bio, it will definitely help you in your A levels a lot. Even if you don't want to go to JC, you go to poly, I tell you, it's a very big, huge advantage. So by who or by who, you like it or not, Junie, sorry to use the word, you have to suck it up to take actions. Okay, this is why I'm going to read. Action is the concrete outcome or result of your efforts. It's the tangible manifestations of your notions. You know what's the meaning of manifestation, right? You build up on it. So you see, just only less than 5 months, 4 months, Junie. Just less than 3 months only, okay, 4 months. You really start to have that kind of feeling that chemistry is going to be sucks for me, no good for me. So how? Let's move on. In essence, the phrase suggests that by understanding and harnessing the power of emotions, we can translate a mental concept into what? Into tangible actions and bring our ideas to life. Remember last week we talked about, who's there? Oh, Junie, I think you know, right? Junie just replied. Okay, I think it's in the group chat. So as you know, like last week, Junie, do you know we talked about the Maslow theory? Did we talk about the Maslow theory? Right, the 7 level, the basic needs, the self-actualization. Look at behind my wallpaper. Look at my wallpaper. You saw that these are 7 level, like a pyramid, right? Correct now. You go and type in the Zoom, the artificial, that one generate AI background. You type Maslow theory now. You'll come out these triangle things, the level. So can you imagine this Maslow theory is so powerful that even the Zoom AI generate this, and they can know that, oh, when you type Maslow theory, you are talking about the levels of survival, level of actualizations. Wow, that is so powerful. So this is what I think, feel, and experience about science, mathematics, and humanities subjects. Great leaders are using this for implementations, innovation, and influence. So I leave it to you, Julie. You need some time. You still got quite a bit of time to like chemistry. In fact, more than enough time. 1 year plus to pull out your chemistry. Because the moment you say you don't like, you hate, you dislike, you are putting the negative thought in your emotions, and you did not drive your notions that your goal, your idea, your concept is going to lack. And with that, you're going to affect your motion. That means you're not to take actions. Make sense, huh? Emotion, notion, motion, actions. Wow. So powerful for what we are saying here. All right. So look at this one here. Da-dang. With that, I would like to share with you this one is so powerful that this is my own Marshall theory concept. Okay, looking from here, this side and this side. So first of all, you need to have the motion. Okay, you need the motions, the notion, actions, and then your self-esteem. So of course, all these are involving your emotions, Junie. So when you have the motion in process, it's where you get into it. How you get into it? You must have the physical mental movement to make sure that you have the idea, and then you have the result, actions, and this. Okay, so take for example, we talk about Sir Isaac Newton. You know it's Sir Isaac Newton, right? Your favorite physics guy. Okay, we talk about Sir Isaac Newton. When he was sitting under the tree, the apple dropped on his head, correct? You know about the story, huh? Julie, you know, right? So he was being, what he was sitting there mentally, he was thinking something. Boom. Then the apple dropped on his head. He got an idea. And once the idea come to him, he start to take an action, correct? Not? And the action is what? The Newton law, correct? Not? Isaac, Julie, Isaac, I call you Isaac. Julie, are you there? Sorry. You're there, sorry. Okay, because your screen very blur, so I can't tell. Sorry. You get it, okay? So this is what you mean. In your study of comprehension passage, if you are not physically and mentally prepared for this passage, you will not get your goal correct. You will not understand the passage well. So as a result, you're going to fail. But if you have the passion, you read the passage with enthusiasms and motivations, then you know, oh, I know what to do. I know how to do this passage. Therefore, I can move on and I can read and I got self-esteem, then I achieve some things and pass my exam. But of course, you see, this is a one layer I cover up. So you see, it's everything. You start with emotions. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So emotion has a driver. In fact, everything's got to do with emotions. But we need the emotion as a driver at the bottom here. With this emotion, you are able to climb up the things. Agree now, Junie? Right? So I hope that in fact, everything's got to do with your emotion. Because if halfway through you feel that your emotion affect your notion, then you give up already. Just like how people give up, how some of your classmates or your schoolmates will give up A math. Wow, very tough to learn. You see, they don't have the emotional driver already. They lack of this. Once you lack the first level, everything will collapse. The whole pyramid will collapse. So it's good to take note of this. And it's so powerful that you don't neglect all these the level of understandings. So one more time, if you're listening to using emotion for motions to get your notions with actions. One more time, using your emotions for the motions, which is your physical, to get your ideas into actions. Not difficult to know. Of course, you get the self-actualizations. Wow, look at this chart here. Oh my God, it's so complicated. Make it bigger. Junie, tell me which one do you think? Okay, I cannot make too small. Too small, you might not be able to see the inside what they have. Okay, I just make it 100% see whether can. One more. Down to 110%. Hopefully you can see. Okay, can see. Okay, just tell me. Okay, these are actually a lot of beautiful words there. Which color do you belong to? Okay, let's talk about the internal core circles. Uncle Raymond, why must I learn this? Yeah, of course, you need to learn. You know why? It help you in your SW. You know what's SW, not Junie? What is SW?
Diffusion writing.
Correct. Does it help you in other paper? In fact, it will help you in the entire paper 1, 2, 3, and 4. Seriously. I think this is the first time most of you see this chart. Because if, okay, let's say Uncle Raymond start first. When I'm reading an editing passage or I'm writing a SW to my cousin who want to come to Singapore, I need to write. Hold on now. Hold on. So imagine I'm writing a letter to you, Junie. You are my cousin. Which mood am I going to choose? I cannot be choose angry, right? Correct or not? Right? I cannot be fearful, right? I will choosing happy. So with this happy, these are all the words that I can use here. Okay, agree? Now, if I want to write a complaint letter about a very lousy waiter who served a poor dinner to my family, of course, I'll be putting an angry side here. Right? So if I'm writing a letter who has just lost his dog through a car accident, of course, I write the sad part here. Right? And if I'm writing I'm reading a passage, a comprehension passage about the son lost the parents in a car accident, and then he was become an orphan, and then he lived out his life so lousy. Of course, that would be bad. At the same time, would be fearful. At the same time, would be sad. So you see, I can use 1, 2, 3, these 3 charts to form the entire adjective to describe how bad this child is. So back to you, Junie. Your example, please. Never mind, take a time to think out, because this is important. So I will give you a few examples already. So it can be in the editing a passage. So if you realize this passage is about volcano or war, then of course you know which part to use. Okay, it's similar to like panoramic, but this is different now. So this is like a periodic table for chemistry. So I use this as a periodic grammar table for you to write SW, essay, and maybe comprehension passage as well as listening compre, or even oral presentation skill. Yes, Junie, come.
So do I just choose one and just say examples?
Which one you want to choose?
Surprise.
Surprise. Okay, so which one do you think you can use in SW or editing or essay? Essay can be surprise, right? So you can say recount. Can you tell me? Can you write in wait, surprise? I'll give you an example first. Describe a day when you have a surprise, or describe an event that's caught you by surprise. Correct, not? Really, right? So these are all the words here, right? Okay, good. Interesting. So you can create, you see, this is like a size chart. Okay. Kira?
Like continue a surprise or choose another one.
Up to you, up to you. You can continue surprise, but I'm just giving you an example. So at least you got a head start for this.
Angry.
Angry, okay. So what kind of angry essay are you going to write about?
Like,
No, not essay, anything. Paper 1 to 4.
like complaining letter
About what?
about
Who?
like someone bully you.
Someone bully you, So, okay, so who is the target audience that are reading your this complaint letter? The teacher, the principal, your form teacher. Teacher is different, a teacher, a form teacher, a co-form teacher, a discipline master, mistress, or vice principal, or to police.
Principal.
Okay, wow, you jump the gun. You override all your then the teacher will say, then you can imagine you write the principal, then the principal asks the teacher will feel very awkward. Huh? How come June you never tell me? He was being bullied. Bloody hell. He goes straight to my boss and tell my boss, 没有给我面子. Just kidding. So how are you going to say about it?
I'm gonna just say
Yes,
like,
yes.
like there is someone bullying me and the school should take action.
Mm-hmm. So you're angry, right? So you say let down, betray, right? Correct. You can see the word let down, betray. I feel humiliated, correct? You see the word there? Also, this chart is very good for you to use. I leave it to you. If you don't want to use, then don't use all, but I think it's very good. Okay. All right. Can one more. Practice one more.
Like
Okay, angry, we can
disgusted.
be done already. So for another one.
Disgusted.
Disgusted. Okay. There are more than that. If you want to add more inside here, okay, you can have, you see, but you see when you balloon out, you can see this disgusted, where disgusted you can be here, then start to balloon out. And then you can actually have another one more layer. Okay, you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, or even 5 layer if you want to. Okay, come.
So I was in a restaurant, then a waiter served me food with cockroaches inside.
Then you
So
say cockroach inside, Do you say cockroach inside? Then the waiter says, sir, it's okay, it's on the house, free one. I don't charge you for the cockroach. You may have it for dessert. It's like, huh? You're gonna slap him, right? 老板是免费的，你不要投诉其实没有每个人都有那个蟑螂在里面的你很幸运了嘞，你有一个蟑螂吃嘞，我还没有 charge 你钱，哇，我跟你讲，你一定扁他。Okay, carry on.
so I feel really disappointed about the fairness of the like the restaurant, and I felt detestable and nauseated.
Okay. Hey, yeah, sorry, Julie, before I forgot. Next Tuesday, you can have tuition at 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
Can okay. Because next Thursday, I don't want to have tuition. You know why?
Why?
Because it's my birthday. My actual day. So I want to take a break. Okay, I want to take a break from them. So I really told, I haven't told Jaden, so you are okay on next Tuesday. All right, thank you.
Maybe like I'm probably a bit tired because I got 2 tests,
You got what?
2 WAs.
Monday is a holiday, you know,
Yeah,
Or do you want to do it on Monday?
I don't know.
Oh, wait. You Tuesday got WA. So Monday you're going to study for your test, right? Then okay, don't want. Then we do on Tuesday, okay? Right, do on Tuesday. Then it's okay. Discuss it, and then of course you feel very horrified, right? With this kind of attitude, this kind of behavior, this kind of services. So you see, so you link you can write a story. Yes, well done. This chart is beautiful, you haven't get this right. Tonight I'll be sending this to you. Okay, so now is the lesson plan will be sent after the lesson. Okay, so later we can discuss about definitions on that. Okay, science and technologies aims to solve the very problems they created. How far do you agree? You see, I link, Junior, there. Okay, I link, you see, I link to my story here already. I linked that science and technology. So this month we talk about science and technology, the advance of internet. So how far do you agree with these statements? Okay, so I start off. This is using the AIMS. Jaden, if you're listening, what is the atmosphere? Your interesting sentence or statements. and how motivating that sentence will lead to the suspensions and to the next paragraph. So I agree with these statements to a large extent. Okay, they create the atmosphere. In the times of rapid advancement in science and technology, the problem these advancements attempt to solve are ironically the one that creates. Very interesting. I will feel that this is a very motivating statement or phrase or sentence. And then the interesting part comes in. We see this in the new problems surfacing today. This is a very interesting sentence. And also inside, they got this suspend. Okay, let me start off. So from now on, use the AIMS. My new book will be launching soon next month, and you will be available in 5 of the shopping mall. When I will let you know once my EDM come out. All right. So first of all, it create the atmosphere. You say that yes, I agree with this statement to a large extent. Don't write to a small extent, to some extent. Don't either you the only word you use the adjective is to a large extent. It's creating the atmosphere, and you're going to talk about it in the time of rapid advancement. Very motivating to say that in science and technology. You bring out the questions, the topics. That is say that in motivating us to read further on to problems these advancement attempt to solve. Ironically, it's like opposite. It doesn't mean everything that science and technology will help the world to advance, to improve, have a paradigm shift, to make life easier. But instead, the problem instead the ones they created. Is it true? Last time got no handphone. Now got handphone, supposed to be good, right, Junie? Right, Jaden, you agree also, right? But now with handphone, it seems like we are more scared. You know, just now my student was having tuition with me in my house. Suddenly, out of the blue, Junie and Jaden, the phone rang and just not rang. Suddenly got someone talking on the phone. They say, "Oh my God, it's from Facebook." I think my phone just got hacked by Facebook, and I was told every time I have to change my Facebook account. So I guess the Facebook account has been hacked by someone and use his account to do something bad. So I told him to switch off and wait for about 3 to 5 minutes and turn on the handphone. He said, I just bought this new phone, Uncle Raymond. What happened? So sometimes it's good, Junie and Jaden, download your Scam Shield. Okay, Scam Shield is from Singapore Police Force. Okay, it's like a fox like that. The icon is like a fox. So good to start off with these introductions. Junie, would you mind start with the firstly?
Firstly, science and technology aim to solve the problem of slow development. Yet slow development is about by them. Many cities in various countries around the world want to maximize the new high technology available to help their country develop. Yet, it is a result of such technology that happens this. For example, India aims to create smart cities where science and technology through automation and computer technology used to make lifestyle more convenient and advanced. However, they actually happen because the country's development. Human resources diverted to achieve smart cities. The the impoverished are overlooked and their basic needs not taken care of. Thus, whether a proven way have a more advanced way of living, the poor gets poorer, while the rich poor divide. Thus, this slows down India's development. Therefore, for science and technology aim to increase the country's development, they set resources from the impoverished and widen the rich and people divide. In the end, it creates the very problem it aims to solve.
So this is the first thing that setback. Okay, Jaden and Junie. Thanks, Jaden. Sorry, thanks, Junie. I blurred. Thanks, Junie. So this is the first thing that science and technology are not the main solutions. Instead of advancements and advancing the country to a more developed nations or society or country, it ends up that they are backfire. Why backfire? Okay. Reason is that because India, you have to understand they got this CASTE, the caste system. And the rich will never, not all the rich people were willing to park some of their money to help the poor, okay, to donate their money, their wealth to the poor. So with the advanced technology, they make themselves even richer. Just like Tesla in America and this Tata in India. Okay, so the rich get richer because they are using technology to advance. And true enough, with these technologies, they are making life better for those who can afford, for those who are highly educated or educators. And you are creating a more sandwich classes that is called the upper middle or middle class. And the poor will be stagnant unless there's someone pull them out or they are super duper hardworking and make their life to be affluent, as what the word affluence, are able to get used to their lifestyle. Okay, not many, when China started all this, a lot of people cannot get used to the advance of technology. A lot of people who are highly uneducated in the past, in the 70s and 80s, or even in the earlier 90s, they are not able to enjoy the technology. But once they are younger generation, the next two generation, like you are Jun, okay, I think you use technology is better than your grandparents one. Agree? Okay, but if your grandparents were to use the chanko or the way the physical items, I think they are better than you. Okay, in terms of their health, okay, maybe they're old already, they don't have the energy. But in terms of the way they use the things, are much better than you. Okay, that means the physical tools. But now you're using technology tools, so it's different tools. Okay, can Junie. So I asked Jaden. Jaden, can you read the second paragraph? Secondly, Jaden, don't either come read, even though you're watching my video. Start reading in 3, 2, 1. Junie might think, uncle, you siao. He's not inside here. Even you watch the video, also cannot read. How do I know he's reading or not? Even he's reading, we also can't hear him. It will be after the lesson. Secondly, science and technologies aim to solve the problems of vulnerable security, but that is the very problem they create. While advancement in computer technology may have allowed people to tighten security, this has also led to more security barriers. Oh my God, being what? Vulnerable. Oh, really? Oh my God. Oh, by the way, Junie and Jaden, this is an IP paper. IP, integrated program. Integrated, not integrated. Integrated program or integrated program. Okay. Integrated, yes. Due to people harnessing the very same technology to breach the system. For example, with new technological advancements in computers, many governments are able to create very strong firewalls. You know it's firewalls, Junie and Jaden? It's like a wall that protects people from hacking the system, like virus, hacker, okay, and things like that. To safeguard their classified information from hackers. However, what happened? With such new advancement, hackers can use the same new technology to crack into the system and steal information. So what? You have the advanced technology to protect your computer. I also have the latest advanced technology to hack into your computer system. Okay, so what? They also can come up a program, and it's all related to software. We see this in Singapore. When hackers manage to crack into Singapore armed forces, oh my goodness, armed forces like army SAF database, and steal personal information about the recruits. That means that if this is so important, no? This recruit end up can become a terrorist if they are in the wrong hand. Therefore, while science and technologies aim to solve the problem of a vulnerable security system, that is also the problem they create, the security system vulnerable to those who can harness the technologies and breach the system. Well, Junie, sad to say, it doesn't mean that science and technologies are things that can help humans to advance, but sometimes it create obstacle, it create problems, it create issue, it create disaster. Like took the informations from the recruit. So how can we prevent this? Let's go. Thirdly, is your turn.
Early science and technology aim to solve the healthcare problems, but have created such problems. With biomedical advancement, healthcare has improved, but its abuse can cause the very problems of suffering individuals. For example, synthetic biology has allowed people to cultivate material. The medicine producing technology has also led to people abusing the okay,
Wait,
oh,
wait. Bacteria
synthetic
with medicine producing genes.
like artemisinin to cure diseases such as malaria. However, this technology has also led to people abusing the system to perpetuate more suffering and guilt.
Perpetuate.
During the Japanese occupation of China, the Japanese used synthetic biology to infect fungi with viruses and introduced them into Chinese villages. The result, many people fell ill and died. Hence, while science and technology aim to solve the very purpose of humans, it can be abused to harm people with such problems.
Very bad. You look at the Japanese during the Japanese occupation when they annexed and took over part of China. They took all these Chinese innocent people, citizen, as the guinea pigs or 白老鼠 to test on their synthetic biology to see how these fungus and viruses work. They just hit the things. It's called the biological warfare. So instead of using that, that means this biological warfare will kill every single one, even destroy the infrastructure, or even the bacteria might stay on the concrete, on the ground, on the soil, inside the soil, on the tree, on the leaf, on the water, on the well at that time. So when the person he did not get it from the biological, and when they start to drink or start to contact with the environments, they will die a very terrible death. Wow. So you see, they use science and technology to create a chemical warfare to destroy mankind, especially so that you can see now, Jaden and June, how much they hate the Chinese to such a great extent that they want them, the Chinese people, to die a very slow and torturous and excruciating pain death. You see, Junie, if you say you throw a bomb, boom, then you die immediately, right? Correct, Junie? Right? You die, correct now? Or you shoot, then you die. But this one is a chemical warfare that slowly the bacteria start to eat you, and slowly you feel the pain. The bacteria might enter your bloodstream, your organ, and start to boom, and then vomited blood, things like that. Horrible. So doesn't mean this part they are writing that's something that is not right or bad. Okay, something. Okay, Jaden, you might miss the fun of this, but I think I hope you read this. Is a very important lesson to learn. However, science and technologies have aimed to solve problems. Oh yeah. However, science and technology have aimed to solve problems, really, but did not create them. Oh really? These problems were instead mitigated how? When used in this proper manner, science and technology allow people. So that was the first 3 points that is very bad. But now they're talking about the good thing. All right. Well written by this person who wrote this essay. Okay, so one more time. When used in proper manner, science and technologies allow people to creatively solve complex problems. For example, advancement in physics, your favorite subject actually, have allowed people to build solar water bulbs. What the hell is that? Seriously? Okay. Which are non-electrical light bulbs that allow solar lights to enter the house. Okay, solar energy from the sun. Then this is used in poor villages such as in the Philippines where people cannot afford electric light bulbs. Wow, that means if the solar energy is not strong, then that's it. So Junie, you can take note now. All these can help you in your research and project to provide sufficient light during daytime in their dark houses. Therefore, science and technology aims to solve the problems of lack of resources. Okay. So in conclusion, Junie.
In conclusion, science and technology aim to solve problems they create, as well as allowing one problem to be solved. When people have a chance of abuse or mismanaged advancement, resulting in similar problems. We see this in security and healthcare. However, if utilized well, science and technology can and have solved the problems they aim to solve. Thus, science and technology must be maximized properly to benefit
I'm messaging Jaden and Junie. If Jaden is not coming in soon, I might want to end the lesson earlier. Okay? To cover it. Okay, don't mind. But of course, I will return back the minutes that you lost. Don't worry. So in conclusion, what you mentioned here is that we have to see that science will not take over security and healthcare just like that, because this is the most important thing. Yes, with science and technology, we create the MRI, how to scan, how to, instead of X-ray now, we got MRI to check through the very minute details of the organs, as what I went through, to check my liver and my kidney, even my, yeah, these two, right? Okay, even my scan of my thyroid. And these are all good things. But sadly to say, people are abusing all these things in order to achieve their own agenda. That means not only they abuse science and technology, but also at the same time, they want to blackmail people using this to exchange for a large sums of money in returns to have power and authority. Wow, that is very unscrupulous and mean and cunning and sly and bad-hearted and very antagonist thinking. But sad to say, yes, it's just like, Judy, you agree, a gun was discovered and made and manufactured is to kill and protect, okay, predator and people will attack you. Right? But end up the gun become what? Ayo, become killing. Okay, let's talk about reflections. Let's go. Judy.
I learned that science and technology is a good and a bad thing, as it can solve problems that help people, but also, used wrongly, it can be used to hurt many people in horrific ways. I hope people can use science and technology to benefit others.
Okay, bro. Judy, now you see, so this is what is the difference between a G1, G2, G3, and an IP student, Judy. An IP student, after finishing and completing an essay, he or she has to write a reflections to see how, through what he had written or she had written, to reflect on, okay? So if this essay applicable using ISRAC, imply, supply, apply, reply, rely, and comply to what I've learned about science and technology, and how is it true that, take note, Junie and Jaden, that will it really affect and effect and causes the cause and impact of science and technology. Go back to the where's the title? Oh, shit. Go back to this title here. So it's really aimed to solve very problem they create. How far do you agree? So this is a very argumentative and expository essay, and descriptive, also describing the things. It's called AED, argumentative, expository, and descriptive essay, or discursive, you want to call it. But the main thing is that the author really started off in a very negative platform to tell you that no. In fact, when we read the title, right, Judy, we thought that, oh yeah, it's true, it can help to solve problem. I agree. But when she start to wrote this, oh, it's not true. In fact, you have a backslash and negative effects of technology and science that make people to, oh my God, really? It's only one good things that they help the Philippines, that's all. And overall, this doesn't. So, but at the end, I like her reflections. Okay, this is taken from Sanic. Okay, so thanks for sharing, if you don't mind. Okay, for education purpose. All right, for education purpose. I learned that science and technology is a good and bad things. Okay, it's a positive and negative. Instead of putting good and bad things, I prefer positive and negative effects. Okay, I prefer to say, I learned that science and technology has both positive and negative effects, as it can solve problems and help people, but also at the same time, if it's not using wisely, instead of wrongly, if it's not using wisely, okay, it can be as a burden and hurts many people in a very tremendous bad ways, or in a very horrific. Remember the chart, right, Judy? Just now you saw, right? The horrific, right? Judy, you know, right? Judy, hello, are you there? No, this one here. Okay, where's my chart? There, in a horrific here, right? You see the word horrific, right? Horrified, right? In a very awful and disgusting, right? Okay, now you get it, huh? I think this chart is damn super awesome. I love it. Where are we? Okay, continue from here. Hello. Okay, so I hope people can use science and technology to benefit others. So it's a very short reflections. I would prefer to say that I hope that with this essay, okay, people will be enlightened to know more about why science and technologies are always two sides of the coins. Or should I say it's a double-edged sword? Agree, not Judy? It sounds better, right? Are you there, my dear? I can't see you. Hey, can you do put blur, because I can't see you. Right? I feel very awkward when I'm talking to the wall. Okay, to your wardrobe. Okay, so that is a reflection. So I would like to stop here, but would like to discuss a couple of minutes. So this one on Tuesday, Jayden, Tuesday, if you can wait. Okay, Judy, will you mind reflect about this before we end?
This passage on,
Yeah, this essay.
I think that science and technology is important because they can like improvise our daily lives and create more innovations. But I think it's bad as people may rely on it and then like we don't use our brains that much and therefore like our creativity will be like decrease.
Ah, I like the way you say that. Yes, awesome. Because we are depending too much on our science and technology, it become like, oh my God, seriously, I totally agree with you. Well said, yes. Okay, then.
Then I think psychology is like neither good or bad. It's I mean like either good or bad. Like because both have its advantages and disadvantages.
So if you were to ask to write this essay, how are you going to write this essay? Wait, never mind, don't answer me. Okay. You answer me later on. So this is the next Tuesday. Jayden say he can make it next Tuesday at 8 o'clock on the 6th of May. All right, so it's good to replace on the 8th of May. So this is the one I'm going to talk about. And then we're going to summarize in this one here with the answer later given to you. But okay, and then this is a comprehension passage. Sorry, it's a bit blur. It starts with in recent years, there have been causes of vandalism directed at works of art. So I will send this later on in the Zoom chat. No, sorry, in the PID, in the WhatsApp to the two of you. Okay, and all the way, we also have some exercise here. Okay, and then with the answer. Okay, so where's my essay? And then we are talking about this one here. Okay, next week we'll talk about this, more of this here, more things to talk. So next week we'll talk about all these tenses. Then we'll talk about 5 essay. So technology make us more alone. Science is a double-edged sword that protects as well as harm humankind. What are your views? Science and technologies aim to solve the very problems they created. How far do you agree? That was the essay just now we read. Technology is the answer to all environmental concerns discussed. Do you agree that technology negatively impacts family life? You see, there are questions like that, Juni. There are essays like that, and all these essays are from IP essay. So if you are going for JC, okay, you're going to entertain all these and going to write all these kind of essay for you to do your GP or even your comprehension passage in JC. Okay, so this is taken by some of the IP's essay paper, written their answer for that. The essay for that. Okay. All right. Junie, please inform your mom. We will cover back another 15 minutes because the next one, I don't want Jaden to miss it. Same goes to you next time. We really have to. So I will cover back on Tuesday until 9:45. Now it's 9:15. So I will stop recording. Jaden, I will see you on the 6th of May, 8 o'clock Tuesday. Okay.